Here comes the man who would be king, America's heavyweight champion, the first U.S.-born heavyweight title holder since Brooklyn's Shannon Briggs in 2007. We saw a couple of contortionists, and Paulie, out of his 39 knockouts, Wilder has turned many of his opponents into contortionists as they crash to the canvas. Something his trainer, former welterweight champion Mark Breeland, told me he wants him to go to the body and then double punch Paulie. Go to the body with the right and then the right uppercut on the inside.
Well, both guys have mentioned they need to go to the body against the other, so it'll be interesting to see how they implement that game plan. Breazeale is a guy who takes a good headshot and has been a stubborn guy. We saw it in the Joshua fight.
Well, you know, he's shaking his head. He's getting hit with whack with the right hand.
That's been the thing that already hurt. Wilder,
top of the head.
all over Breazeale. Mauling Breazeale in the corner. Oh, but Breazeale comes back with a counter right hand and another right hand. Fierce exchange here in round one.
And that's the thing with these big guys. Any punch can change momentum. To Breazeale for having the character to throw with him. And
Wilder hit Breazeale so hard. They are feeling it in Breazeale. Mamma mia. What a KO.
8, 9, 10. That's it. That's it.
And despite Breazeale getting up to his feet, he's in no condition to continue, Al.
That is what Deontay Wilder wanted. The early part of this fight was a danger for Breazeale, and he's done what he has done so many times before, used his power to end fights.
And he was angry after the Fury fight, felt he didn't get his respect, made a statement. That is a statement win tonight. Anthony Joshua said he hoped that Wilder didn't finish Breazeale before he did because he knew that would be compared. Well, that is a statement if ever there was to be made one. Less than a round, Breazeale, who's usually a sturdy, durable guy, is disposed of.
When it comes to knockouts, this is 40. And Wilder's 20th first-round knockout. Wilder and the crowd here at Barclays wilding.
He will use the jab effectively and throw the right hand. This is what Deontay Wilder does.
Yeah. And Breazeale was trying to counter with a sweeping hook, counter Deontay's jab, but wasn't quick enough. And the quickest way to the quickest point from A to B is always that straight line, and the right hand straight down the middle.
Deontay Wilder put Dominic Breazeale's body in airplane mode, my friends.
That is true. And you know, Breazeale fought this whole fight at long range in this first round, and this was kind of inevitable because of that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes, 17 seconds of round number one. Our referee in charge, Harvey Dock, reaches the count of 10. He is the winner by way of knockout, and still the reigning, undefeated WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder.
All right, Deontay, congratulations. Been a lot of pent-up frustration against Dominic Breazeale, and it just ended here in the first round. Describe your emotions that led up to this and the end of the fight.
First of all, if you give God the glory, he will give you the victory. I want to thank Barclays Center. I want to thank Brooklyn. It's like a second home to me, baby. I thank y'all. I appreciate you guys. I'd like to thank my team, Al Heyman, Shelly Finkel's, JD's, Mark Breeland, Demarius Hill, as we call Cuz, Coach Cuz. I just, you know, everything just came out of me tonight, you know. I know it's been a big build-up to this fight. It was a lot of animosity, a lot of chaos, a lot of hatred against each other. It was a lot of words that was said, and it just came out tonight. This is what makes boxing so great, you know. When you can have so much inside, you know, you had to endure, you had to overcome. Even with the training, you know, like I said, there's been many times where my body was hurting.
You said something to Breazeale, however. What did you say to him when you went over to him and embraced him?
I just told Breazeale, I told him I love him. And of course, you know, I want to see him go home to his family, you know. I know we say some things that we mean sometimes, but then when you get into a fight and you settle your differences as men and you hold these gloves up and these fists, this is what the sport is all about. And you can come to the next man and hug him and kiss him and say, thank you so much, you know, instead of other things. This is what I wish the world was like that. Well, we can handle this with our hands, and at the end of the day, we can hug each other and say, you know what, we live to see another day. And that's what it's all about.
Can you describe the disappointment that you have had in the past few months of having your first draw and then not being permitted to settle that score with Tyson Fury?
I mean, I understand what Fury did, you know. I understand. When you getting dropped on the canvas like that and you don't know how you got down, nor know how you got up, I understand you had to get yourself back together. So that's what he did. So, but that fight will happen. The rematch will happen. Like all these other big fights will happen. I know a lot of people want to know when the Joshua fight happening.
When?
You know, all these fights, the great thing about this is all these fights are in discussion. You know, it's like no doors are closed. All teams, all parties that's involved are talking. And that's the great thing about it. And we know that when the big fights happen, everything goes silent. There's too many people involved, too many opinions involved right now. And it's going to take my team and his team, maybe me and him as well, too, to sit down and just handle this and squash everything and get this fight done for the fans. But I want people to know.
Go ahead.
This fight will happen. The big fight will happen. I promise you that. We'll come patient, come time, and I just want you guys to have patience and give us a little time to make this thing happen. The way we all benefit from it, not only just you fans, because we risk our lives in here. So we want to make sure we get the best and the most money that's possible before we risking our lives. I mean, the head is not meant to be hit in the first place. So just let us get our time to iron out our differences, and you guys will know when it happens.
Yet you do recognize by what you're saying that with all due respect to these other opponents, the public does not want to see Ruiz. The public does not want to see Dominique Breazeale. The public does not want to see whoever this guy is that's fighting Tyson Fury. They want to see you three fight like Ali fought Frazier, like Ali fought Foreman, like Foreman fought Frazier. So to be recognized in that type of breath for the modern day, you've got to get it on. They don't want to have a whole lot more patience.
Most definitely, you know. But you know what the saying is, Jim? Good thing come to those who wait.
Let's take a look real quick at the knockout and tell us from your perspective what you were seeing and how it was going through your mind.
Well, I seen Breazeale slowed up a little bit. I think when I hit him with the right hand the first time, his body language changed. And when you were so experienced when you'd have been in there with so many different guys and traveled all over the world, you kind of understand and recognize body language. And I knew he was slowing down, and the opening was opening up. And, you know, I'm the Bronx Bomber, baby. And when I'm in Brooklyn, I'm the Bronx Bomber.
All right, you also hurt your arm, your left arm. How long is it going to take to recover?
I think it was just like a hyperextension situation that was going on. My left arm got totally numb. But in boxing, you have to bluff it off. You have to fake it. And I think he kind of insisted a little bit. He was coming on. But you know me, man. I'll fight with a broke hand, with a third-degree burn, with a torn bicep. You know, I'm a warrior. I'm a true king. You know, and that's what it's all about. Just being in there and just giving it your all. We're warriors in this ring, each and every last one of us.
Congratulations, Deontay. We look forward to seeing you next time on Showtime.
Thank you so much.